Well, what's the crack, everybody? How you getting on? You're all very welcome to episode 101 of the Ramble Pod. For, well, as you hear this, it'll be Thursday, the 15th of, October. October. Who the Christ knows? 2020. I'm, of course, Tom Manny. What's happening? How are you getting on? You will, of course, well, you may not have noticed at all, but we have skipped over. We've gone from 99 to 101. Why is that, Tom, you ask? Well, I'll tell you. Thanks for asking. Why is that, Tom? Well, I told you I'd tell you. Relax, will you? Relax. Because episode 101 is purely for the Patreons. It's up on Patreon at the moment. We had a party, a mini party on Saturday night. Jesus, I was fairly pissed. Everybody was a bit pissed. It was great. So, and oh my fucking Jesus, did we laugh? Oh my God, did we laugh? So, like I said, it's purely up there, purely as a celebration, and thank you to the Patreons. Just to have a fucking bit of a laugh. And Jesus, did we have some crack. It was just piss take from beginning to end. Just talking shit about fucking nothing corona related, nothing. As best we could anyway. And then, out of nowhere, gloriously, like people can pop in and out of the room because we'd get vocal. It's kind of a four-way conversation or whatever, and people are down the side. You can see names down the side, and they can pop in and pop out, and people jump in, jump out, and all the rest of it. And there was the couple of legends from Galway, Dave and Anne Marie were over as well, and there's a couple more on the side, usual suspects. And then out of nowhere, John, his new Patreon, big shout out to John. Do you know when you're sitting around having a couple of gas oil drinks, right? And out of nowhere, unexpectedly, because say you're all supposed to be there and all, you're going, your mate, where the fuck is John? But then, excuse me, like 45 minutes pass by, and you kind of go, sure, look, he's not answering his phone, and you forget about it. And then out of nowhere, John comes bursting in like a side door or something into the pub, through the emergency exit, and falls across the floor and goes, for fuck's sake, and starts straight into a full story as to how he couldn't get in the fucking door and he had a million ones, and it's because, oh my fucking God, was it funny? Because he just seemed to enter at the perfect time. We were just talking about whatever, I can't even remember what we were talking about, and Violin Mick was on, and we were just we were bantering back and forth. Now I don't know where fucking new patron John comes bursting into the room. Like, it started off his fucking laptop or his iPad or his phone he was on we were like, it looked like he was under the table, and we could just see his nostrils. And he's like, hi. He just fucking burst into the room, and it was It helped that we're fairly fucking lubricated. I would advise you to become a Patreon for the $3 or whatever, just to go watch the video. It's good crack, and then all of a sudden, John just takes it to another fucking level, and had everybody just crying, fucking laughing, without even trying. Just the fuck, I couldn't fucking get in. Just fucking beautiful. So the video of that is up there on the Patreon page. If for no other reason you don't feel like supporting the podcast or whatever, or you do, I don't know, but it's worth giving it a look just to see that last 20 minutes. Oh my fucking God, glorious stuff. I'm just trying to. I'm not even sitting anywhere. I have no laptop or anything near me, so I need to give a shout. I'll give a shout out tomorrow night because I'm recording the Friday's episode on tomorrow night. Tonight, as you'll hear this. So I'll give a shout out to the new Patreons we have on board. You know who you are. Fair play to you. We've been in contact. The best place to contact me, really, because Patreon's a kind of a fucking asshole of a thing sometimes. Unless people actually have the app, sometimes they won't pick up on when I'm doing stuff, or sometimes it doesn't fucking give me, a notification. The best place to get me or tell me anything is on Instagram. So Tom O'Mahony Comedy will find me there. But Patreon, whatever, you know yourselves. It helps support the show and all these other shows too. And from what I've heard and seen, gangs of people are supporting tons and tons of podcasts, and fair fucking play to you. It's class. It's actually fucking class. I was only telling the fella about it the other day. He was down in the fucking dumps. He's an events company. He's trying every kind of a fucking move to try and get it off try and get around some bullshit, like, and every door's been slammed on him. Like, he's going, I don't know, and people are gone to fuck as well. Like, they don't give a fuck. He was in a very negative place, and I was going, man, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It's hard. I suppose it's hard for people to have any kind of affinity / love for a company. Do you know, if it just has a company name on it or whatever? But when it's, as I said, like with the podcast listenership and Patreons, it has gone up because of people just being fucking class and being sound. Just going, yeah, we know the fucking scale. You know, here's what it's worth to me. And even still, because I'm putting up the videos, and while you can see people are watching the videos, all right, it definitely is not relatable. Like, a lot of people just went, look, the videos, Tom, it's the audio is what I want. So I must actually, the ad-free versions go up there as well, because the ads are thick and fast at the minute. That's just the way of the world. The ads on the podcast, as you'll hear this, there'll probably be a fucking ad in a minute now. But if you want the ad-free versions, they're all up there. And they all come out a bit early too. They're all up on the Patreon. Christ, it's a couple of weeks since I was talking to you last, because we had to. Yeah, it is actually Ramble Pod wise. It's a couple of fucking weeks since I was talking to you. I've actually had 2 gigs in between then. The infamous Strada one. Well, I'd say that's never going to happen again, because even tonight they're talking about no house calls at all. No house calls at all. I mean, they're allowing work that's in its stage. I don't know, to fuck at this stage. Not getting into it. Because what's the fucking point? You can shout all day about it. They're going to do what they want anyway. Assholes are going to do what they want. Politicians are going to do what they want. You know what I mean? They're not going to call on my door and go, what? Tom, we heard on the podcast that you're... hi, Tom. Yeah, Leah here. How's it going? First of all, nice socks. Cool. Listen, I was just checking in, big guy. The podcast last night, I mean, you were kind of saying it's a pile of shite that, it's house parties and stuff. Do you think so? Because, I don't know, dude. I mean, really? You mentioned too, maybe, that it shouldn't be like bars and, theatre events and stuff like that, Dude, I think you're totally wrong. But I'm willing to give it a go. I'm willing to give it a go for like a week. See, do we see any improvements? Purely based on some line from the Terminator that I can't remember. I swear to God, dude, it would have been amazing right now had I remember that. Shit. No. So there's no point in getting into it. But the 2 gigs I had, if you listen to last week's podcast with Emma Dorn, she kind of made me realise why they felt so good. Because I've been tipping along, like, and you're kind of going, fuck, can I do this anymore? Yeah, you're getting out fucking laughs, but it's not, like, just prior to this bullshit, like, I was fucking gigging flat out. And when you're doing anything flat out, you get fucking good at it. You know what I mean? And not, whether you love it or not, you just get fucking good at it. And if you love it, you're going to definitely get good at it. And I didn't realise and it was no effort. Do you know, it was just, every time it was just fucking hitting the flow state. Like, okay, there was the odd weird one where you got to play the room a small bit and check out what's happening. But 9 times out of 10, you're just hitting fucking, just slipping through the gears. They're slipping up along through the gears. And you're just fucking, you're in fucking tune with the audience. You're fucking kind of virtually fucking all rolling around on top of each other, getting dirty and slimy and filthy and sweaty and having to crack. And then, boom, stops. And you're like, oh, that's why I was fucking podcasting like mental, just going, can we still hang out? Like, can we, I fucking love you. Can we, like, can I still phone you and stuff? Like, that's essentially what it was. And then you harden up and you realise, look, they're never coming back. That's it. No, it's fine. Fine. I'm fine. I'm moving on. I've got my dog. I'm doing yoga now. Oh my god! Wow. My who? My life is so moved on, right? You want to go out again? Oh my god! And then it's not the same. It's not the same. You're really, you're banging through the gears trying to get fucking up that hill. And yeah, people are laughing because I think people are happy to be out, and yeah, it's doing all right. And some of the gigs are they're grand, but they're a bit ropey around the edge because people they're kind of not just there for the purpose of comedy. They're kind of there just to get fucked up and stuff. So you're kind of going, sure, look at, we're all here. But then, what fucking put fire under my hole was we were in Limerick, right? Last week. Week before last, we were in Limerick. And we're in a fantastic fucking venue. Oh, Christ, I can't wait to see this place packed out. Because they had it socially distanced, which I think fitted about 100 people in, or thereabouts. With it out being socially distanced, I reckon, seated theatre style, you could get 180, 200 in there. Ram it in. Back when we get to fucking normal again, like, oh, was it fucking nice. And Limerick audience, sometimes places you go and the crowds don't see an awful lot of comedy, they're a bit reserved, bit late audience, if you know what I mean. Like, oh Jesus, you hear a few of them coming out of the audience. You go to places, like the Laughter Lounge and stuff, you don't hear any of that shit. Rushing Dove, you don't hear any of that. Oh Jesus, you don't, because people are going, oh, we're in a comedy club, I know exactly what's going on in here. It's like, and it was a little bit of that at the beginning, but from the fucking get-go, it was myself, Joe Rooney, and Sinead Quinlan were on, and Carl Spain was hosting. And from the get-go, these fucking gang of fuckos, like middle-aged men all the way down to young, they were like a gang of like 7 or 8, county council workers or something. The youngish guys, or they were civil servants of some sort. They had to be. And there's one older bloke just piping up. And they're all chuckling amongst themselves, and he got one laugh right at the beginning, and that was it. He was off to the fucking races, which was lethal, because after that nobody else was laughing bar the gang of fucking Egypts around him. And they're giving it fucking loads to Spain, and Spain's trying to be polite because he's from there, and he's thinking they'll fucking quieten down. They pipe up a couple of times during Sinead, and I'm getting fucking more and more thick. And this is how you know, because here's the thing. And it's not actually amongst themselves. It's shit heckles. You know what I mean? Shit heckles. And the rest of the room are going, who are these fucking pricks? And it's funny because even like at one stage it was said to one of the managers, here, go sort this. And genuinely the guy went, jeez, that'll be a bit awkward. This is like the manager, he's talking with the security guy as well. Like the two lads are going, oh fucking hell, I think that'll be a bit awkward. It's like, your fucking job is securing this situation, and you're not securing it. And their immediate thing was, but is that not a done thing? Like, it's like, no. And that's a number, I swear to God, up there with, when did you start comedy? Or when did you know you were funny? There are about 5 questions, right? You get asked. When did you know you were funny? How did you get started in comedy? Who's your favourite comedian? I don't know. There's another fucking one in there for sure, but definitely in that 5 will be, how do you deal with hecklers? Nobody fucking heckles. If you're ever thinking of fucking interviewing a comedian, never ask that question, because nobody heckles. It's as least likely to happen as the fire alarm going off. It can happen, but it fucking rarely happens, you know what I mean? It might happen in a place where, and you've all heard about the fucking worst gigs ever. If you haven't, by the way, oh yeah, bit of news there. We've come up with a plan as to how we're going to bang out a season 4, myself and Jerry McBride, because he's just fucking busy. And trying to get timing right where you get into fucking headspace and stuff. We've come up with a plan. So they're now all gone from the Buckshot channel. They are over on their own channel, still under the Buckshot fucking thing. But if you just look for the Tom and Jerry Show podcast, if you've never listened to the Tom and Jerry Show podcast, most of the listeners will. But if you've never listened to the Tom and Jerry Show podcast, they're all up there now. All 3 seasons are up there on their own channel. So it's available on everywhere you get a podcast. go have a fucking gander. If it's your first time listening to this or whatever, you're going, what's all this about? Or it's like whatever, your 15th time and you haven't heard mention of it. Go just treat yourself. Fucking treat yourself to a new podcast. It's called The Tom and Jerry Show. It's not a new podcast, but it's one of those evergreen ones where we don't do any current affairs talking. It's stuff that could be played on the moon after the apocalypse. In where, well, we kind of might be living in the middle of it. Who fucking knows? But what I'm saying is, it's what they call evergreen. You'll be grand. They're good crack regardless. But we've come up with a plan as to how we're going to do it. So I think 19 episodes, I think, are up there. So go have a gander at that. But you'll hear in a few bits where there's worst gig ever. And almost during those worst gigs, they're just shit gigs. Like, you know what I mean? Done at where there's actually, you know, there's a funeral in the room or something fucking gone sideways on you. It's normally never in a fucking comedy club. But you rarely even get fucking hecklers. You know, heckles. It never happens. Why would it happen? Like, if those people in the audience were actually any good, they'd be up doing it. And you don't fucking step. Like, if a singer's on stage and they're singing a song that you know that they've written, they know all the words to, you're going to chime in and go, here, how about this verse? I have this verse for you. And you expect them to now sing a new song around your... Now, I'm fine with that to a certain degree. I'm fucking not, like, but I think on my feet a fair bit. Fairly handy because I've done a lot of hosting, and I'm all right with it. If you come at me, I will make you piss your pants in front of everybody because I'll say things that should get me fucking arrested if we weren't in this environment. And that's kind of what I said to your man that night. I went, listen, dude, if you don't put them to bed, I'm gonna virtually skull fuck every one of them in front of this whole room. Like, your man was kind of looking at me, going, "This is very aggressive." I went, I know. Because I can't let that go on. I can't. And it got me rightly fired up. Way more fired up than it should. The audience were already a lovely gang of people. It's Limerick, for fuck's sake. What the you know what I mean? Practically a home away from home. These people, they're my people. They are my people. But these fellas were annoying me on behalf of everybody. I know. You're going, Tom, what kind of fucking hero complex have you got going on? It was fucking getting me juices up, lads, I won't lie. And I didn't realise it at the time until I was talking with Emma the other day. I was like, oh, fuck. And this is where So I go up there. I'm giving it fucking socks. Giving it me. And I'm fucking there on board. And I'm going, oh, fuck. You're normally quite reserved, but you're fucking starting to get it. And I knew kind of how to get under their skirt a small bit, for the want of a better phrase. Don't fucking cancel me. You fucking cancel. Who's fucking not cancelling? Fucking call over to my house. We can fucking talk out the window to each other. But these cons started piping up in the corner. We're rubbish. Absolute fucking rubbish. No good bits at all. If you got a heckle, it's got to be poignant, on the money. You know what I mean? As answering a rhetorical question very wittingly, that can work as a decent heckle to work off of. The audience will endear themselves to your moment. Shut the fuck up. Wait for your next moment until you're told to. That would be how you would heckle. You don't just pipe up at random fucking times. Like I was making reference to this one thing about how I'm looking like this guy or whatever, and like literally, we were well into the fucking it was a setup as to why I said I look like this guy, so that we could get talking about this guy. We're a minute nearly into fucking talking about this guy. A new man pipes up. Yeah, you look like him, alright. And that was it. The whole audience just groaned and were like, you fuck. I just turned all my attention. Now the guy thought this is what he wanted, because he was like, arms folded now. He's kind of going, oh, nice one. Here we go now. I'm going to get some attention now. Yeah. And I mean, what I fucking said. Oh, sometimes I kind of want those moments to re-record it. I'm just happy it's in my head. Everybody came away with the vibe. Don't be fucking around with Tom. And they came at it one more time, and I fucking went like jackhammered, skull fuck. I mean, off the fucking back wall, like to the point that the rest of them were all kind of going, yeah. Even it was weird. It was like these masochistic fuckers, like, after I abused the fucking life out of them, they give me a fucking round of applause. Like, shut the fuck up. But thanks. Yeah, no, don't stop. No, keep clapping. No, but I fucking hate, oh, Jesus. And it just got me so fired up, and that was them shut down. Remaining 15 to 20 minutes, we had a gay old time, as they would say, back in the 1920s. And I came away and I was sat back in the car going, oh yeah, oh fucking yeah, I fucking like that. And then a week went by and we were over in the Roach and Dove. And it was, again, a pressurised moment. And I was like, fucking ice in the veins, fucking fire in the belly, all that stuff. You be telling yourself these kind of things. You know what? Fucking eat pressure, fucking shit results. That's what they fucking say. Yeah, fucking right. Because I'm in the back, right? And there's kid Sean King. Brilliant. He's going to be a good prospect now. He's going to be a very, very, very good comedian. Young, maybe like fucking 7 or something. No, he's about 20, 21 or 2, I think. He had a great opener. And then they had Joe Caulfield on in the middle. And Joe was zooming in from Edinburgh, like, so Joe's a huge name, like, and she was doing her best, but the fucking Zoom kept on shitting the bed, as it is wont to do. So I'm in the back chatting away, and I kind of had a notion, are they going to pull? Because this is, they're doing their best for her, like, but it's the Roisin Dove, they're the loveliest fucking audience you'll ever get in the world, like. They were giving her the time too, and she's doing her best. She can't even hear back. She can hear nothing back, so she's just banging out good stuff, like, and it's fucking crackling and breaking down. So Niall sticks his head around the corner. I'm to do, like, whatever, closing set, which is about half an hour, 35 minutes. Because can you do about 45? I went, oh, okay. And then it was like, okay, she pulled up really soon. So as I'm passing Carl's like, fuck, can you go long? I went, can I go long? Fucking watch me. Stand back. I was only saying it the other night. I did something like an hour and 4 minutes. And it was the cuddliest, loveliest, warmest, loveliest. Oh, it was just... Stop it now. It was just lovely. And it was this melancholy. Listen to me being all fucking poetic and stuff. There was a melancholy to it because you're like, we're having a fucking ripper of a gig. I've gone way in, and I got fucking dropped the hammer. I'll pull up. If I had a stool, I would have gone on to the fucking 2 hour mark, the way it was going, like. And you're just going, this is... And I kind of had to be out of the county, I should have been home, because right around 12 o'clock that night, they were having the level 3 lockdown shit where you're not supposed to leave your county. But then, I mean, it was for work, technically, but, you can't call that work when it's fucking that lovely. I mean, yes, everybody's getting the product they were invested in. I am providing it and whatnot, but Jesus, lads, just fuck. But the fucking sadness is, this is fucking gone now. It's gone tonight. And they're saying it's going to be gone till the end of the month, but I fucking bet you. Listen, we've said it too many times. People need an outlet. I get why people are going to house parties. I get it. I get why people are bursting out. I get it why people fucking off licenses are fucking flying it. I get it. People need an outlet. They need the valve. Squares open, And where better to do it than comedy clubs? Safe environment. People, look, if they're really concerned, put fucking those visor things on people if they work. I don't know if they work or not, but put visors on people. But I can guarantee fucking to you, at 1.5 meters fucking distance around every table, it's low, That and a perfect outlet. People just fucking let the valve off. They don't feel like they gotta go to fucking house parties as people spit into their ears. Let the comedian do that from the stage, spitting. Oh, fuck if it was good. Fuck it, 'twas. Oh, Jesus Christ, it's good. Only downside of the whole thing was, on the way up home, my lovely wife, she knew I had to be home in a fucking bit of a clip, like, because you don't know what way the fucking restrictions are. They're stopping on motorways and every fucking thing, right? So I figured, right, I'll be off stage. So the plan was to be out the fucking gap for 11 o'clock, right? So I'll go on stage for about 10:30, be out the gap for fucking 11. Things dragged around a small bit. It was like fucking 20 past 11 by the time I got out. I'm like, fuck, I need to get on the fucking motorway quick. I need to get out of the city. Because at least in the motorway you have better hope. You know what I mean? Get out of the fucking city, get on the motorway. Don't have the cops stopping you going, how are you after? Where do you come from? None of this shit. But my lovely wife had said, there's no point in you stopping. What I'll do is I'll make a fucking giant fucking latte for you. Latte? Listen to me. which is not hot water and coffee. It is warm milk and coffee. Way nicer, lads. Transform any shitbox coffee you get your hands on, right? Transforms it with a bit of warm milk. There's a little bit of advice for Tom. You will go through milk like a shed full of calves, but it's worth it in the long run. So she made the fucking yolk, and whatever move I made, I kind of fucked it in on the floor of the car. Oh, Jesus, Mary and Joseph. A bit of it spilt, right? From underneath the flask. Good fucking flask. Or thermos, for those living up in the States. The thermos just wasn't tightened home as well. I mean, look, who fucking knows what happened? I'm not blaming nobody, because it's a very nice thing to do. Good thinking. But a bit of it spilt. I said, so what harm? The coffee. Poured myself a big old cup in my gifted General Banter cup, which lasts fucking forever. Heats, stays hot for fucking ages. And that's fine. A day or two will go by. And that was last Tuesday. Well, right around, with a couple of warm days, Thursday and Friday, right around Friday evening. And no, the car hadn't fucking budged. Saturday morning, the car, I think I'd gone to the shop once or twice, as you'd be doing these days, only once or twice, right? But it hadn't taken effect. Well, Saturday morning, whatever cultivation happened in my carpet, oh fucking Jesus, lads, I can't, oh mother of God, I know what, I'm going to have to get rid of baking soda or something, and there's some old mother's trick. And because I'm not driving the car every day, I kind of forget about it, like, so. So Saturday, I'm like, oh, like Ace Ventura with my head out the fucking window, flies hit me in the face and everything, going, lads, the smell of this. Because you know yourselves, spilled milk inside the car. You may as well burn it to the fucking axles and just claim the insurance. I'd say you can nearly write a car off. You could ring AXA and go, here, the car's a goner. Yes, sir, of course. So I'll just take some details there. Was it stolen? Broken into? Was it burnt? Was it? No, I spilled milk. Oh, Christ. Say no more, sir. Say no fucking more. We'll have the price of another one out to you in the morning. This is like, what? I don't know what the fucking could. Any advice would be much appreciated. Would be greatly appreciated. I've gone on longer than I expected to fucking go on for. Jesus, how long are we doing? 20 odd minutes. I just want to see, can I up the phone? Fucking no reception in this corner of the fucking house, of course. I think I put up a couple of questions. Did I? I did. I know Anne-Marie from Roisin Dove's resident fucking photographer / patron. She asked, I gave her homework on Saturday night. We're all steaming. But she'd never seen Eastbound and Down with Danny McBride. Oh my fucking God. If you haven't, and if you listen to this podcast, you're a fairly light-hearted, fun person regardless. You're not listening to this going, so when does the misery kick in? When does he ask people about the hardest times got their growing up? Yeah, shift channels, lads. Shit ain't happening around here. But Danny McBride made a show. Jody something or other is his mate. They made another show called The Foot Fist Way, which is also, you will see why it's the precursor to it. It's a movie called The Foot Fist Way. Yeah, I know, but it's basically about taekwondo experts, and they made this movie, and I don't know what. It's like some dream world stuff, like where they made this movie. And they got, or maybe they made it with Will Ferrell, or they made it and sent it to Will Ferrell, or some which way. But whatever they sent him, he was so impressed. He was like, "Oh my fucking God, this is right up my street. This kind of humor." And I don't know that Will Ferrell basically fucking executively produced, i.e., bust out the old fucking platinum card there and paid for the makings of Eastbound and Down, or the movie Foot Fist Way, and then he's involved in Eastbound and Down as well. There's like 6 series of it, and you'll recognise loads of people popping into it, but it is honestly one of, and when you meet people who have never heard of it, you just give them this gift. I remember myself and Geddes were pretty much just quoting it the whole way to Limerick one night. just back and forth, just going, do you remember this bit? Do you remember this bit? Because you rarely meet people who've seen it all. Go watch those two things. During lockdown, do yourself a favour. There's a lot of cursing. So if you've little kids, they're going to learn some fucking new words. You know, same as with this podcast. But, you know, I'm not, unless you're a patron, I'm not going to be on your telly. But, it is well worth it. And I know, I'm sitting in fucking the corner here where there's absolutely no reception. But I know Bestie, Shadden, over there. Shadden wanted to be on she's a patron as well. She wanted to be on, but she had to go to Canadian Thanksgiving. I did not realise Canada had their Thanksgiving. I didn't think they bothered at all with that kind of stuff. But I suppose they had pilgrims too, or thanking for things. She put up on Instagram, I think the other day, she was saying that her fella, he invited her to her first ever Thanksgiving a couple of years ago over at his family's house. Not so much to give thanks or show her what a good Thanksgiving was like, but because he thought they had no turkeys in Ireland. How would you jump to that assumption? Like, what an amazing thing to jump to. I just never thought you'd have turkeys over there. I genuinely didn't think you'd know what a turkey was. And I wanted you to come see this big giant chicken and marvel at its huge legs and big arse. What do you make of it? Tell me. Fire away there, Sharon, in your own time. Like, what a thing to jump to. No, oh God, no, I know that you're leading edge in IT and pharmaceuticals and all the rest of it. You're actually a first world country and you're actually, you know, you make Viagra. You're the leading world's producer of silicone implants for breasts. I know that. I know you're absolutely screaming ahead when it comes to all sorts of innovation. But I'm just flabbergasted that you actually have turkeys, because I did not see that one coming, you know. But I think shame of the life out of her, Sharon. I think she asked, what is my go-to local fucking... See, that's the thing too, we talked about this before, that Ireland doesn't really have an Irish genre of food, does it? I mean, we've got good food here. We've got good ingredients. But because... And I know a couple of people are kind of smirk. Irish food? Are you joking? You're like, yeah. We had 800 years of fucking repression where all the food was taken out of the country and you were told, hey, paddy, lick those rocks over there for sustenance. Okay. You know, you don't really build up much of a fucking old back catalogue of fucking things when you've got 3 ingredients for generations. So, I think we've done all right. Listen, there's no argument. It's stew. I made a fucking stew the other day, lads. And I don't give a fuck, but you would step over your mother to have a go off this stew. To fucking put hair on top of your fucking hair on your chest. Simple as that. Man, woman or child. You're walking away with a hairy chest after a couple of spoons of this stuff. It was unreal. And what made it was that I didn't use stew and beef, which is normally some gnarly shite. Like, well, it's not, you know, you gotta fucking... It just, sometimes some stuff just doesn't want to fucking break down. And there's a reason why that goes in the stew and you know, conveyor belt in beef factories a lot of the time. That shit just won't break down. Fucking full of sinew and stuff like that. I mean, you can get a slow cooker and give it a day, but even still, when it breaks down, then you find, oh, that doesn't taste like anything. Or maybe you don't. You put plenty of stock and salt, and you fucking gangs of pepper and gangs of fucking salt in it. I got me some fucking brisket meat. And I'd gotten it from a butcher down the road, but didn't I fucking spot him after getting another bit of it. I was inside an Aldi. Black Angus fucking brisket meat. Do it normal temperature. Do you know what I mean? Do the meat for like 45 minutes at a slow one. Then fucking the veg for another 45 to an hour of a slow one. Never sit down, turn off the fuck, put the lid on it, come back to it an hour or two later. And just stick your fucking face into the middle of it. Don't tell anybody. Clean off your face and then serve it out to your family when they come into the kitchen. Or whatever. And I'll cut a fucking bread, looking out at the flogging rain, blasting against your windows, as the poor old fucking crows crying on the fences, as you sit there in your iron jumper and your wife plays dealing pipes in the corner, and your 22 children play the potatoes in the other corner. And you look back down at your stew and you think, I'd miss this if I was gone. I hope that answers your question there, Sharon, because we went off the deep end on that one. I wanted to talk to you about my new teeth jet and everything, but do you know what? I haven't enough. Yeah, herself has gone fucking mad. I think she's trying to tell me something. My teeth aren't clean enough. I think they're doing alright. They've been doing fine with the electric toothbrush, but this thing was on sale or whatever. And she had one years ago, she said, and it was a mighty thing. Well, I don't know what kind of fucking Husqvarna yoke she's after giving me, but this thing, go have a look at the cut of me giving it a go for the first time on Instagram. I put it up my stories because she went, I just want a video. Yeah. So I squirted and the thing fucking shot out and kind of blasted over the mirror and the ceiling and everything. What the fuck is this thing? When I hold it up close to it's basically just, it looks like a thicker, bigger version of a fucking toothbrush, an electric toothbrush with a fucking jet sticking out the top of it. And I went, alright, so you just blast your teeth with the fucking thing, is that it? And like that, I just went, sure, grand, sure, what's the big fucking deal? Well, you'll see. You'll see what I'm fucking talking about. Oh my fucking days, it made a holy show. I'm getting bukkakied by a fucking piece of teeth cleaning equipment. It's a fucking scandal. Go have a look at it. Honest to God, it's a fucking, disgraceful fucking thing. I'll get a handle of it. When I finally do a couple of demos. But I put it up my stories, and even Jim Elliott was like, Tom, I'm after watching that 10 fucking times. That's one of the best things I've ever seen. You look like such a gobshite. Basically, it's what he's saying. He, in a polite way, he's trying to fucking give me a comedy ego, which is a lovely thing to do from another comedian. Tom, you're being really funny. You're entertaining me. I've watched it 10 times. He probably watched it twice. You know what I mean? At most. But Jim's a nice guy. But he said that has to go up somewhere. Put it up somewhere where it won't just fucking disappear. So, reluctantly. I say reluctantly. I'm like, really, Jim? You think it's funny enough? Absolutely. I'll put it up there. So it's up on my page. Just watch me make a fucking tit of myself. And that's about the fucking crack. If the lads in CERN, well, we'll talk about CERN next fucking week and what they're trying to fucking do, turn this place into the fucking upside down. I need to read more into that, and I need to read more into how to fucking use that power washer for my fucking teeth. Thanks everybody for listening. Thanks to the Patreons and all the rest of it. If you want to see 101, the hidden episode of 101, it is exclusively up on the Patreon page now. You know what to do. Become a patron. Give what you think the Patreon is worth. The Patreon, or the podcast, I should say, is worth to you. I'll be recording, as you hear this tonight, I'll be recording tomorrow's episode of Buckshot, and it'll be out to you tomorrow morning. So, now, go on away. Enjoy yourselves. God bless, kids. I'll talk to you tomorrow.